You don't have a trading problem. Let me tell you what you really have. And I know this to be true. I know this because this is something that I see with traders when I am working with them daily. I've seen it within myself. It's a lack of understanding and a lack of patience. These two things together really make up the fact that most traders can't actually make money. It's not that you can't trade. I would argue that you can trade. It's lack of patience, lack of understanding, lack of the proper way of thinking, right? Later in this video, without any cuts, I'm going to do a sim again on TradingView's replay mode using the random bar feature. Whether or not I win the trade or not, I'm going to post this video, right? No cuts, no edits. I'm not doing any fancy editing to show any kind of weird shit, right? But I want to talk about these 2 points that I think most traders really have problems with: lack of understanding, lack of patience. I'll start with lack of patience. Lack of patience doesn't just mean waiting for the setup, but it also means going through the entire analysis, right? Allowing yourself to go through the entire analysis and find the information that is relevant to your particular setup, and however long that takes. A lot of traders don't like the fact that if they produce an analysis that's X amount of minutes long, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever, I don't know how long it takes you to analyze. But a lot of traders don't like the fact that when they analyze, they cannot get a trade right then and there. And I know this to be true because I see it a lot, right? You get into the market, you open up your charts, TradingView, MT4, CTrader, whatever. And one of the first things you do is you go looking for a trade. And I notice that most traders like doing this, right? But you have to stop and think. Again, this is where the understanding comes in. You have to stop and think. Is it on our terms that we can take a trade? Or is it on the market's terms? It's actually on the market's terms. It's when the market wants to give you a setup, then you are free to actually go and find it. But not before. And that's where patience comes in, right? A lack of patience, I should say. Most traders don't like the fact that they have to wait on the market to tell them when something is actually ready to be engaged with, right? Your timing is not that good. That every time you get into the market, you can find a trade right then and there. Your timing not that good. I promise you that. I promise you that your timing is not that good. The second point is a lack of understanding. Now, my video yesterday kind of covered this understanding thing, right? Where a lot of traders just have fancy names for things so that they can justify why they see what they see. Order blocks, reversal, mitigation, liquidity, uh, FTB, first time back, all these different things, Elliott wave, and there are fancy names for pretty much everything you could see in the market. But in actuality, all of these are just things that are trying to justify why the person who invented it is seeing what they see. I'm guilty of this as well, right? I have created names for things, right? And that's just my way of justifying what I see. But it's not about a strategy. It's not about, what it is you see. Because a lot of the time, even in my case, I would argue all of the time, everything that you see is meagerly defined, right? It is arbitrarily defined, meaning for you to be able to see these things in rapid succession every day, every time, is not possible. It's not something that brings consistency then, right? Now, what does that mean? It is simple. To actually get good results, you cannot rely on a mechanical strategy. I've said this before and I will continue to say it, right? Some people may disagree. Most people may disagree. And you're welcome to do so, right? I'm not here to be liked, and I'm not here to be right. I'm here to tell you what my thoughts on the topic are. I do not believe a mechanical system is what is required to see success in this industry. All right. I don't believe that it works like that. I believe that you need to understand what you see on a per case basis, meaning every day is something different, and you need to be able to look at what that difference is and decipher it such that you can take advantage of a trade, right? You notice I'm not speaking from a script either. This is literally me just talking about how I view things, right? So, two things we really have to focus on: more patience and have a better understanding of what's going on. Now, the patience is self-explanatory, but how do you get better patience, better understanding, I should say, on what it is you're seeing? This is something that really only comes with experience. Working with someone does boost this experience, but really and truly, it is just you have to spend time with the market. In other words, you have to pay your dues, right? You have to pay your dues. You have to spend time in the industry. Again, working with someone does help this and helps fast track it and speed it up because a lot of the time you get to see their worldviews, right, of the industry. And it doesn't have to be right. It can be anyone. Just looking at what someone else sees is enough to get a better understanding. Believe it or not. Right. I say this before. You can absolutely go through every video about Forex on YouTube and you'll get a better understanding. It mightn't be what to do, it might be what not to do, but you will get a better understanding because again, you have more to pull from in terms of your knowledge base. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, where I'm going to try to showcase understanding and patience in TradingView's replay mode using the random bar feature. And whether or not I win the trade, I am going to post it. I'm going to post the video. There's no editing. I'm not putting any music in this video. I'm not doing anything funky or funny, right? I'm just going to post. This is me talking to you. That's it, right? So I'm going to go now, right? We're going to go share screen and we're going to go USD CHF, right? Or that's me and my wife. We're going to go USD CHF, right? So we're going to go replay random bar and we begin. Good. So my analysis suggests so far that USD CHF is more bullish than it is bearish, right? Uh, but USD CHF is a bear market. That is interesting, right? Now, it is interesting because I'm going to probably prioritize sells, right? That's just what makes sense to me. This is just my understanding of things. You are welcome to see otherwise. And if I lose the trade, you're welcome to laugh. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. You're welcome to think about why I lost the trade as well. Because again, that is what understanding is about. Understanding why I might have lost. The monthly time frame suggests the last 3 months have been bullish. The weekly time frame shows those 3 months being bullish, right? Over the last few weeks, right? This would be the last, 12 weeks or so. But on this current week, we have what seems to be like a rejection. No, I'm not quite sure what this rejection represents, but I really want to investigate that rejection. These candles have closed, so I really want to investigate that rejection. The daily time frame is now suggesting heavy rejection of the high, and definitely last 2 days are also bearish. The forward time frame is suggesting consolidation, which is very interesting, right? The 1 hour time frame is just amplifying that consolidation, and well, we're back on the 15. What I am actually interested in here, because I'm bearish, right? What I'm interested in is seeing the market continue to go bearish, waiting for it to do so because that's the patience factor, right? And if it does not go bearish, I'll probably wait for the market, see how it reacts off of this. And let me change the color of that. So if it does not go bearish from this point, I want to see how the market reacts off of that high. And if it does go bearish, I would like to see how the market reacts to, yeah, I think this level, right? So let me see how it reacts to that. Now, again, keep in mind, as I said, this is trying to get an understanding for what it is we see. What I do believe can happen based on my understanding is if I am seeing traders interested in sells here, because it is a bearish market, and we know that traders are interested in sells at these levels, I would not be surprised if the dealer targets above this level and then drops. Let's see how it behaves. Further consolidation. So the consolidation is amplified. Let me zoom in, right? So it's back at the low again. Oh, that is very interesting. So now, what do we have here? We have now, oh, that is even more interesting. A wick on the market close. But we have the dealer coming up to this level, whatever that level represents. I'm not seeing anything interesting there. And then the dealer also had problems getting back to that very same level, right? Let's continue. Here, he does not have problems getting back. So which means he's probably going to target this. There we go. And he breaks above it. So in this case, it's bullish. So, and I'm bearish. So I probably don't want to see much at this point. I'm going to reanalyze from here. So the daily suggests that it's going to keep going up. So my question is where to? Okay. Maybe we could say here. Actually, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. We could say there. Let me see the 4 hour if anything else is more obvious. No. No break above that. So yeah, I think here maybe like that. So let's see. Let's see if the dealer can get price to go to that level. Interesting. So the dealer not only did not get to that level, but is now back below the very same high that we were originally looking at. Right? So this is over the course of a few days. Again, take in mind or keep in mind this is a patience-based thing, right? I'm watching now what this represents, right? So the dealer had a retest of this last level, but he's back below this level. I'm gonna keep going. So now we have the dealer testing the same high again. Not quite sure what he's attempting to do, but I wouldn't be surprised if he attempts to spike this high and then drop. If he can get below this, I might consider sell. Let's see. That looks good. That looks really good. Look at that. How I don't want to say exact, but again, this is completely random. There's no way that I can know this for a fact, right? That was what could have happened. But now I still have to I still have to have patience and wait for my setup. I want to see a retest to this. Hmm, that's interesting. I wonder what that kind of what that stop loss looks like. That's a wide stop. Uh, USD CHF. That's interesting. Yeah. So now I'm trying to figure out if this stop loss makes sense. Now, again, I'm going to swing this. So it is a wide stop. It is going to be a wide stop. But I'm trying to just figure out if this makes sense to approach, right? So what I'm going to do, because I can't figure it out just yet, I'm going to watch this. Okay. It's interesting. Consolidation, meaning it's attempting to, uh-huh. Can we get back below this? So again, look at how long I'm waiting for my setup. Consolidation again. Excuse me. I wonder what this stop loss is. 224. So here's my thoughts, right? I'm thinking that the dealer saw a chance to create liquidity here, induce traders in this consolidation. He then wicked them out. He had problems getting back above this over here. He then stop hunted this with this and is now going back bearish. I think if I had to chance anything, I want to chance that. Right? I would say, let's make it 35. Right? So 35. Again, 100K account funded. We're using 5.5% risk. So we're using $500 risk. 500 divided by 351, which is 142. 1.42 lots. 142,000. I'm going to sell. Now, like I said, if this trade stops me out, I am going to post this. Doesn't matter what it does, I'm going to post it. I'm going to use a take profit as well. And I want, let's see how that looks. That's 1 to 2. Um, let's see here. I want that. Nah, I'm going to get below that. So, I look at that. Let's go. Let's set the take profit. Might stop me out. I don't know. Let's see. Looking good. So, it's already cleared one low. I needed to clear two lows to move to break even. So this is the second low it's creating here. I needed to clear that in order for me to move my stop to break even. Back to my entry. This is why we don't move to break even too soon. Needs to clear that low. Does not clear it, so I can't move it yet. Consolidation. That's not good. That is not good. That is attempting to hit my stop, and it's probably going to do so. The fact that it is actually, so again, so you see another scenario in which I could be right, but again, you see the fact that it did this, it dropped, and is now coming back here and consolidating. It suggests to me that this is not where the liquidity is and it is above this level. So if it stops me out, and I'm going to leave it and I want to showcase this, if it stops me out, I know why, right? But I'm not going to close it for this example's sake. Under normal circumstances, I probably would close this, but let's see. Okay, that's not bad. I'll take that. Come on. So far, nothing weird. And there you go. And exactly what I said is exactly what happened. I expected that. The fact that it consolidated here after this, yeah. Now, and look at where it went, right? So I'm taking my loss here. That's fine. I want to post this. I want to showcase this, right? I'm taking my loss. Imagine I was right about what I thought it would do. I could have closed it, but I held it for the example's sake, right? Interestingly enough, I do believe that it is probably going to continue to buy until it actually does clear this level. And for example's sake, let's actually close this out. I'm going to just put this right here. And only when it clears this is when it's going to sell. So I'm going to put that as a level, right? The level is red. All right, let's close out this. What did I say? Continue to buy. Again, continue to buy. And only when it clears this is when it will actually sell. That is my level of understanding, despite me being right about what I thought would happen, but being wrong about the execution, which is fine. You're going to get that. That is just the reality of the thing. So I hope that this, found you in a good way. I'm showcasing a loss. I'm showcasing that I don't hide anything. I'm actually showing you where I could be right and still be wrong. And that can happen to you too. So I hope that you understood this. It made some sense to you. My name is Brandon. I represent and own two companies relating to Forex, Your Trading Hero and Ikata Trading. If you have any questions, you can message me directly. I love to answer questions because this just helps me get better in trading myself, right? Again, I could be wrong about the scenario and right about the trade. I could be right about the scenario and wrong about the trade, but it's all based on understanding what it is you're looking at. And if that doesn't show that I understand what I'm seeing, I don't know what can. So have a good rest of your day, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.